Hello, my motor enthusiasts. This weekend at the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix, we witness a touching tribute to one of Formula One's greatest legends, Ayrton Senna, as Sebastian Vettel takes the wheel of Senna'S iconic McLaren MP4. It's been 30 years since we lost Senna in a tragic accident at Imola, yet his legacy races on. Vettel, a formidable champion himself, retired last year but returns to honor Senna on this poignant anniversary. Amidst whispers of a potential competitive comeback, Vettel's drive in Senna's car adds a layer of nostalgia and respect to the event. As we celebrate Senna's memory, let's gear up for a weekend of emotional and thrilling racing. Hey everyone! This is Enzo, your guide through the thrilling world of Formula One.
And I'm William, ready to dive into the action.
You're joined by William today. Remember to subscribe and turn on notifications for F1 Motor Fever podcast to stay updated with all the racing insights. Let's put the pedal to the metal. It's truly a momentous occasion at the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix this weekend. Sebastian Vettel, the four-time Formula One world champion, will be driving Ayrton Senna's McLaren MP4/8 as a tribute to the Brazilian icon. It's hard to believe it's been 30 years since we lost Senna at this very track in Imola. What do you think about Vettel, having retired just last year, taking up the mantle to honor such a legendary figure in the sport?
It's a poignant gesture, indeed. Vettel has always expressed deep admiration for Senna, not only for his prowess on the track but also for his compassion off it. Driving Senna's last car from his time with McLaren, where he finished runner-up in the 1993 championship, adds a layer of historical continuity and respect that's quite moving.
Absolutely, and there's also the buzz about Vettel possibly making a return to Formula One. After testing with Porsche and having talks with Mercedes team boss Toto Wolff, it seems he might still have the itch for racing. Lewis Hamilton even called him an amazing option for Mercedes in 2025.
That would be quite the comeback. It seems the world of Formula One might still hold more chapters for Vettel. But for now, all eyes will be on Imola, where history and the present will intertwine in a tribute that's sure to resonate with fans around the globe.
Indeed, it's set to be a weekend filled with emotion and racing passion. Don't miss it, folks. Full throttle. In addition to the touching tribute by Sebastian Vettel, there's more to explore for fans who want to delve deeper into the legacy of Ayrton Senna. The podcast, Beyond the Grid, features an episode where Bruno Senna, Ayrton's nephew, shares personal memories of his uncle and hero. It provides a unique, intimate perspective on the man behind the legend.
That sounds absolutely fascinating. And speaking of fascinating, there's also a feature discussing Formula One's oldest drivers and Grand Prix winners. It's intriguing to see veterans like Fernando Alonso pushing through to his mid-40s with Aston Martin, showing that age is but a number in this high-octane sport.
It certainly adds a layer of depth to our understanding of longevity and performance in sports. And for the gear enthusiasts, there's an episode titled F1 Explains, where they delve into the details of what drivers wear during races, from suits to boots and even their underwear. It's the kind of detail that often goes unnoticed but is crucial for both safety and performance.
Indeed, every piece of gear is engineered for precision and safety, much like the cars themselves. Speaking of which, the upcoming 2024 Miami Grand Prix is already creating buzz about what tires the teams and drivers will be choosing. Tire strategy can be a game-changer in races, shaping how drivers tackle the circuit.
Absolutely, tire choices often dictate the pace and strategy for the teams throughout the race weekend. It's these technical nuances that make Formula One such a compelling sport to follow. So, whether it's historical tributes or the latest in race technology, there's always something to pique the interest of any Formula One enthusiast. William, what's the word on the street, internet-wise?
Right, listen to this. A user named Ian Cummings stated, quote, "Adrian Newey to leave Red Bull after 19 years, unquote. That's quite the headline, wouldn't you say?
That's a shocker. Adrian Newey's been a linchpin at Red Bull. What's the online crowd saying about it?
Well, a user named Phoebe G said, quote, "I'm genuinely impressed by how many rumors from this year are turning out to be true, unquote. And it spirals from there into quite the discussion." Scotty, another user, mentioned that a lot of people will need to reconsider their earlier doubts about certain journalists since the saga kicked off.
That must have stirred up quite the pot. Any defenders in the mix?
Absolutely. Izanti chimed in saying, quote, "Amos has always been decently reliable when it comes to rumors, unquote." And there's someone who goes by the username Oliver Moon who pointed out that this journalist, Schmidt, seems very well connected, especially concerning Red Bull and Sauber.
Trust plays a big part in journalism, doesn't it?
Indeed it does. There's a particular mention of how Schmidt knew about a major scandal mere hours after it happened, but he kept mum because he promised confidentiality. That sort of integrity builds serious trust.
Staying tight-lipped to keep a promise, that's rare these days. Any light moments in these discussions?
Oh, there's always some. One witty comment from user Spider Riviera made me chuckle. He said, quote, "If you know a bit of German and you've an irreverent mind, it looks a bit like a mouse, and it's funny to imagine a mouse in a mouse-sized F1 car complete with tiny helmet," unquote.
Haha, that's brilliant. Always good to have a bit of humor to lighten the mood. What about the less informed? Anyone out of the loop?
Yes, there was a user named Hoopstick who asked for clarification on all the initials being thrown around, like AMUS and EVH. It sparked a mini-debate about the overuse of initials in reporting and communication.
Interesting how a single announcement can generate such a rich tapestry of reactions, isn't it?
It truly is. It shows just how passionate and varied the F1 community is.
Thanks for tuning into F1 Motor Fever podcast today. We explored the ever-surprising world of Formula One, from shock departures to the intricate details of what our favorite drivers wear behind the wheel. It's been a pleasure sharing these insights with you. Remember, your subscriptions and notifications help keep this show running. So give us a like, drop a comment, and share our episodes far and wide, be it on social media or during your next social gathering.
Absolutely, and while you're at it, keep your calendars marked for our regular episodes. You never know what's on the horizon in this fast-paced sport. Maybe next time we'll unravel another mystery of the F1 universe. Thanks for all your comments and interactions, they really turbocharge our discussions.
We're grateful for your continued support and are eagerly looking forward to bringing you more thrilling Formula One stories and discussions. So, keep those engines revving and stay tuned for what's coming next.
And remember, whether you're listening in your car, at home, or even at work, we're here to fuel your passion for all things Formula One.
Pedal to the metal, keep your gaze on the road, our channel's content is pure gold. See you next time.